Guys, Titanium Debs here with another True Fit formula to help you lose weight over the holidays. All right, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about the body's blood for a minute. Now, the body's blood is very similar to your body's temperature. Your temperature needs to be regulated at 98.6. Any deviation from this, we tend to run into problems like 102 fever. All right. Well, the blood has something that is called a pH balance. That balance it regulates the acidity level and your alkalinity level. Now, this ranges on a scale from 0 to 14. 0 being acid, which will burn a hole through something, and 14 being highly alkaline. 7 is neutral. Now, the blood has to be regulated at a slightly higher oxygenated level. So at a 7.36. Any deviation from this, we tend to run into problems. Now, different parts of the body calls for a different alkaline level or acidity level. The blood is again at 7.36. Now, this is very important for several reasons. The first being the positive and negative charges on red blood cells. Now, the red blood cells carry a negative pulse on the outside. This negative charge keeps them from clumping together. It keeps them from clumping together, which will allow the red blood cells to carry oxygen to the body, the various body parts. This is very important because oxygen is what runs the system. Now, when your body stops getting oxygen in a timely manner, things start to slow down. Well, when we have a higher acid level, the outside, that negative charge on the outside gets burned away, and these red blood cells start to clump together, and everything starts to move a little bit slower, like your metabolism. Now, another thing that happens in this highly oxygenated blood environment, it's really hard for microorganisms, which are inside of our body, to multiply. They don't multiply, they stay regulated. Well, when the acid level increases, these microorganisms start to multiply. Now, the problem with that is they tend to start to eat all of our nutrients. So anytime that you go in to consume something, these microorganisms are eating it. So you never get satisfied. This is one of the problems that people have when they have these sugar cravings. Well, sugar is highly acidic. So these microorganisms are having a party inside of your system, and you're never receiving any of it, so you tend to crave and eat more. The more you crave, the more they multiply, the more this system and cycle continues to go. Now, the other thing that happens is your body attempts to regulate this acid level because the higher acid tends to attack your vital organs. In order for your body to protect that, it starts to retain water. Hold on to water to get that balance back regulated. Water carries oxygen, so you start to retain water. The other thing that happens is your body starts to retain fat. Why? Well, fat is an acid buffer. So your body takes the acid and it stores it inside the fat. And your body will not let go of this fat until the acid level reduces. Well, if you're eating sugar, you're craving these things, that acid level is not going away. So what do during the holiday? You're eating, you're partying, you're eating all these highly acidic foods. Pretty much dead food is what I like to call it. You're eating your pork, your steak, your chicken, your turkey, your stuffing, all of these foods and breads and desserts high in sugar. Your body is getting high in acid. What's your solution? Well, you say, I'm going to go work out. I'm going to work out longer. I'm going to work out harder. Well, this is something that people not only do during the holidays, but they do it when they can't lose weight. Well, here's the problem with that. What happens when you work out? What's the byproduct? Increased acid. You're building lactic acid when you're working out. So your body is now thinking that it needs to retain more fat instead of our thought process of we're going to burn fat. It's the exact opposite. It holds on and it stores it. It doesn't let it go. So we have to make sure that we're taking in and consuming highly alkalized foods to regulate this so our body starts to release and let go of this fat. Now, during the holidays, you're around family, you're around friends, you're eating all of this food, your system is highly alkaline, highly acidic, and what do you think is going to happen? you're around viruses. Your immune system is now down because your red blood cells are not running around as fast as possible trying to deliver oxygen. So now your immune system is lower and you're susceptible to getting that cold. This is a problem I see for a lot of my clients. When they come back, they tell me they weren't able to work out because they were sick during the holiday. Well, I usually trace back that sickness being to bad eating prior to that. So what are we supposed to do? Not eat Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner? Not at all. That is not what I'm getting at. I developed a program that not only allows you to eat these foods, but lose weight at the same time and keep you right on track to enjoy the holiday. The first thing that we usually look at is trying to use a 70-30 ratio. So that means that 70% of the food that you're going to consume, specifically during the holiday, is going to be highly alkalized. And then the 30% being whatever you want, basically. Now you can do this several ways. You can choose one day throughout the week, probably the actual holiday day, and use that. And then the days leading up and preceding after those days, you're eating highly alkalized foods. So what is alkalized foods? Well, they're living foods. Number one being green vegetables. Green veggies, they're highly living plants and organisms, and they're great for flushing out the system and detoxing and cleansing our system and keeping it void from acid. So we're looking at things like kale, wheatgrass, really highly alkalized. All right, so I developed a program that teaches you what to do the day of the holiday. What are you eating in the morning? When is your cheat meal? And it breaks everything down. On top of that, I developed a specific workout program that you can do at home, because during the holidays, people really don't get out and work out. They stay around their family and friends, and they don't have a lot of time, and that's usually not their motivation. Again, because they're eating all of these sugary, high-fat foods, your energy is not going to be very up and about to get you outdoors. So once you start taking in the program that I'm suggesting, you're going to have an increase in energy. You're going to be allowed to enjoy those favorite foods. You're going to be working out, and you're going to be losing weight. This is something that you can carry on into your life, because a lot of the times I get a lot of clients that come into me and they talk about their inability to lose weight. They're on this very specific diet. They're working out 2 to 3 hours a day, and yet they're not dropping any weight. Well, when I look at the foods that they're eating a high protein diet, and they're working out 3 hours a day. Well, what is that? Protein is acidic, all right? Especially for somebody whose body is not at balance. Now they're working out for 3 or so hours a day trying to fight this, and it's actually doing the exact opposite. They're just constantly raising their acid level. Once they decrease their acid level, the fat just falls right off. So this is something that you can not only apply during the holidays, but you can apply it during your life. If you are interested in being involved in this program, reach out to us, DietanianFitness.com, info@DietanianFitness.com, or reach out to Michael at DietanianFitness.com. We'll make sure that we leave our email at the bottom of this program right here. Reach out to us at TrueFit Bootcamp, and we'll make sure we get you set up. But guys, enjoy the holiday, have a great time, and we'll see you at the next one. Take care.